I want to talk about something very important that can change the life of our young generation, and especially people from maybe 30 thereabouts, from 30 down. I realized something in Ghana, and I think it's very important we talk about it because I think a lot of people don't know. Because a lot of people don't know that they don't know what is actually happening to them. I realize that a lot of people complain about their job. I don't know about other countries, but in Ghana, a lot of people really complain about their job, how their boss is treating them very bad, how their boss is not paying them good, how their boss is not increasing their payment. We all used to do that, but along the line, when I started learning a lot about life, I stopped doing those things because that is not how it really works. So, the question you have to ask yourself, if you are working for a company or you are working in any organization and you are complaining about my boss is not paying me well, my boss is not treating me well, my company is not treating me well. The question I want to ask you is that, do you think this year 2025 your boss will really sit down, right? Your boss will sit down and say, ah, let me plan about how to make coffee in my company to be rich. Do you think your boss will do that? Do you think your boss will take pen and paper and sit down and say, let me plan about how to make you to be rich in a company this year? You think your boss is going to think about that? Think about it very well. You see, every company you are going to work for, or you are going to be working in, or you are still working in, your boss will never get up in the morning and start planning about how you should become great or how you should become successful. Your boss will never do that, right? Because your boss will never do that, you have to plan about how to change your life. People who complain about their job never achieve anything. Yes. The people who complain about their job, they never achieve anything. But you see, complaining about your job will not change anything. Your boss or your company is not a problem. You are the problem. Yes. Your boss or the company you are working in right now that you are complaining that the salary is not big, your boss is not paying you well, and your boss is not treating you well. Your boss and the company is not the problem. You are the problem. You know why? It is because you decided to give your life to your boss. Yes. You said, I want to work with this boss. You said, I want to work in this company. You give your life. They didn't force you to come and join them. Your company didn't force you to come and join them. Your company didn't call you to come and join them. Your company didn't force you to stay even in a company. You decided to stay in that company. You decided to be working with that boss. It is you who decided to be doing that. The day you know that the problem is about you, not about your boss, that is the day everything in your life will change. Because your boss will never wake up in the morning and plan about how to make you to be successful. Your boss will never do that. It is you, your duty, to sit down and plan about your life and see how you can change your life. Right? No matter how much money your boss is going to pay you, it's still not going to change your life because you don't have any plan about your life. You see, your boss have his or her own plan about that company you are working in. right? They have their own plan. So they cannot leave their plan and start thinking about how to plan for you alone in the company to be successful. They will not do that. So you working with that company, it is your duty to sit down and plan about how you can become successful. How you can leave that company. If you don't like the company, leave the company. And how do you leave that company? Yes, it is your duty, your work, for you to sit down one-on-one with yourself and tell yourself. Do you know the reason why you are calling your boss? You are calling your boss a boss because he knew something that you don't know yet. The day you also know what you can do and run a business, run a project, run a company like your boss, you also become your own boss. Right? So your boss is never the problem, it is you. If you can sit down today and tell yourself that I want to become my own boss, you will definitely make it. Yes. So this year, you see that company you are in, that place you are working, and you are complaining, my boss is not treating me well, my boss is not paying me well, and all those things that you are complaining about. This year, you will still be in the same company and be complaining, because the reason is you don't think about how to exit. You don't have exiting point. You don't have any plan. Like, you don't know how many years you want to work in the company. You don't know when you want to quit. You don't know when you want to leave that company. You have no plan, right? But if you have a plan that I want to work with this company for 5 years and leave this company, I want to work with only this company for 5 years. When you are working there, you don't complain about your boss, because you have a target. You have planned everything that you want to do with the company before you enter there. So you are not going to waste time. Whether the boss is treating you good or bad, you have a target. Your target is you want to make some money from there. You want to save some money. You want to learn some experience from there. And when you move from there, that is all. Right? Every place you are working today, you have two things to get from that place. One, you earn money from there. The second thing is you learn experience. That is it. You see, there are some places when you work, if you are so vigilant enough, you can capture many areas about life working in that company. You will learn a lot of things from different areas. You can learn how to run your business by working in a company. You can learn how to establish your own organization by working in somebody's company. There is a lot of things you can learn when you are working with somebody. But you see, you are working with that company and you are not learning anything. What you are doing is you get up and you complain, and you are still working in the same company, complaining about your boss. You think your boss should do anything to change your life, Your boss will never get up and do anything to change your life. It is your duty to sit down with yourself and change your life. It is your duty to tell yourself, I don't want to work with this company, so I have to leave this company. If you are working with a company that you don't like, you can quit anytime. And now, how do you quit? You plan about how you can quit from the company. You need to have a target. Anytime you are working with a company, you are working with somebody, if you want to quit working with a person, you need to have a plan. Okay, yes, the boss is not treating you well, so what is next? Then sit down with yourself. Sit down with yourself and tell yourself, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do something that will help me to leave this company. Okay, by the end of this year, I want to save this amount of money. And when I save this amount of money, I'm leaving the company. By the end of this year, I want to establish something. And if I'm able to establish what I want to establish, I'll leave the company. That is it. But you be in the company complaining, talking about how your boss is not treating you well, how your boss is not good, that it will not change anything in your life. It will not change anything in your life. It doesn't make sense when you are working with somebody and you are complaining. It doesn't really make sense. Even your boss, it doesn't make sense to your boss, because your boss is looking at you like, I didn't force you to be here. I am not forcing you to be here. You can leave the job anytime you want to leave, and another person will come. Many bosses don't think about you really. The way you think your boss will be thinking about you, your boss don't really think about you like that. Your boss, he don't really think about you like that. Your boss only care about how you can work for him or her, for his or her company to grow. That is the only thing your boss is thinking about. He's not thinking about let me plan for this my worker by 5 years later so that you become rich and leave my company. Let me plan for you for 10 years later so that you leave this company and become a great person. Your boss is not thinking for you like that, and he will never think for you like that. Yes. So it is you that have to develop your own plan. If it is 5 years plan, develop it. If it is 10 years plan, develop it. If you finish developing the plan, working in that company, you said I'm working in this company for 5 years. And after the 5 years, I'm going. I'm not going to work with these people anymore. Yes, that is how you leave the work that you don't like. Because if you are working in a particular place that you don't like, that is how you exit. You plan not to be fighting with your boss, not to be talking about your boss, not to be complaining about your boss. Those things doesn't change anything. But if you sit down with yourself and said, I am going to work with this company for this amount of year, and after this year, I'm going to exit. Yes, fine, you go. You see? So I've realized that a lot of we, the young ones in Ghana, we complain about our job. We talk about our job. Most of the time, we complain about how our salary is not good. But are you sure it's your salary that is a problem, or you that is a problem? It is you. It is you, because even when your boss increase your payment 10 times, maybe nothing will still change in your life, because you yourself, you don't have a financial mindset. You don't have knowledge about money. You don't even plan anything about your life. So even if your boss increase your money, it will still not change anything. If you plan about your life, you plan your life very well before your boss even increase your money, it's even advantage for you. It's even advantage for you to save more money, to invest more money. But you yourself, you have not even sit down to plan for yourself, and you are thinking for your boss to increase your pay. Your boss should do this. Your boss should make sure you are good and everything is comfortable for you. It is never going to happen in your life. So as a young Ghanaian guy, as a young person in Ghana, if you really want to stop working in the company you are working in right now, what you have to do is you have to sit down and plan for your life. You have to plan about how to stop working with that company. 2, you must learn something from that company that can help you. Learn something from that company. 3, when you work for your boss, make sure you work for yourself. Yes. You see, a lot of people only work for their bosses. They don't work for yourself. And how do you work for yourself? Yes, you are working for somebody. You go to work and come back. That is good. But after work, what else do you learn for yourself? What book do you read? How many courses do you study? How do you invest in yourself? You have to work for yourself. The main reason why your boss employ you, the main reason why you are calling somebody your boss, it is because you have not finished working on yourself. You have not finished developing yourself. You have not finished developing your skill. And if you are able to work for somebody at the same time investing in yourself, you come back from work and you are looking for books about success, greatness, wealth, riches, and you are able to do that, you can stop working for somebody and start your own thing. So anytime you close from that job that you don't like, come back home with happiness. Finish whatever you want to finish. Sit down with yourself. Study some new courses. Read some new book. Learn something new. Make sure you invest in yourself. If it is watching one video every day when you close from work about business, do it. If it is reading book Every day when you close from work, read a book. But you see, you are in the same company complaining for many years now, and nothing is changing. Nothing is really changing, and you are not ready to change yourself. It is not your boss, it is you. The day you invest in yourself, the day you plan about how to change your life, the day you plan about how to exit from that job, your life will change. So, plan about how you can change your life and stop complaining about your boss.